Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. This is a different video. This is about the teen boy that unalived his parents over a Trump issue. His name is Nikita Casap, and he's already in jail and stuff like that. But we're going to see what was going on with him. Why did he make this decision to unalive his parents over this situation? All right, we're going to get right down to it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be reminded when I upload another video. All right, so y'all, I covered up the little nakedness on these cards because I saw where YouTube is getting very strict on showing naked, even if they're cartoon pictures or whatever. They haven't said nothing to me, but just in case, I covered them up with a little piece of tape, and then I use marker over the tape. That's why you're going to see things like that in there, because I don't want YouTube to say anything to me about it. They haven't, but just in case, I don't want to get demonetized or anything. So that's why you're going to see things like that. All right, first of all, we have this star, which is finding balance. All right, I'm seeing that he was way off balance. There's 1 foot in the water, which is very turbulent, and then 1 foot out. This person here is trying to find balance in their life, but he was not balanced in a way that he should have been. Okay, I'm seeing that he had a few mental issues as well. He also had drug issues. I feel like he was on some type of drug or some kind of substance that made him a little bit cuckoo. Okay, made him not think straight. All right, but what influenced him the most was an occult that he was mixed up in. Here we are. The devil has the two female and female chained together. I covered up their little naked bodies as well. That's why you're going to see this throughout my tarots now. I'm going to cover up the little naked bodies because I don't want YouTube to say anything. But anyway, he was led by a cult. He was in a cult. He was involved with a cult, so he was led by that, and very, very influenced because he was at a very young age, and then he was on some type of substance, some kind of drug or substance that made him not think straight. Okay, so the more he listened to these people, the more they put ideas in his head that led him to the decisions that he made. All right, so that was the main reason, is because he was influenced by these people that led him to the decision he made. Now, I do feel like he talked to his parents about Trump and all this other stuff, and when they found out that he wanted to assassinate Trump or do something to Trump, they tried to stop him, so that's why he decided he was going to cause their demise. All right. He was like this magician here trying to manifest the things that he wanted to do, but it just didn't come out. He was not able to manifest what he wanted to do. And in fact, he got himself in so much trouble. Now he's locked up. I do see he's locked up. I do see that they're going to charge him for either 9 or 10 counts of something. Felonies, different felonies. So he's going to spend, some time in prison. And so he was like the magician. He wasn't able to manifest. So that's why the magician's in reverse. He didn't manifest what he originally set out to do, and that was to assassinate Trump and other people as well. It wasn't just Trump, it was other people. He wanted, he was more into the white race, where he wanted everything to be white, no blacks, Hispanics, or any other race. He wanted just white. All right, that was more like the KKK thing. I see the cults that he was mixed up with were also part of KKK. If you don't know what that is, Google it. That's like white supremacy. Okay, so he was deeply involved in that. That's where all his influence came from. It didn't just come out of his own mind or anything like that. It was heavily influenced by these people. Then he had mental issues and drugs on top of that. So, this is plain and simple. It's just plain and cut, okay? So I asked, is he going to spend some time in jail or prison, or what's going to happen to him? And I got the yes card. The genie is, in the upper part is yes, and the reverse is no. So I'm seeing 9 to 10 years for him to life. I'm going to say to life. But here's the thing. Since he's a minor, he's a teenager, he's underage, I feel like that will be cut in half. Or when he turns 18, they'll transfer him someplace else, and then the time he already served is going to serve as time served, and then his sentence will be cut in half. So I kind of don't see him spending a whole lot there, for what he did. All right. So is there going to be justice for his parents and for everyone else? And the answer is yes. This is justice coming in. Justice is going to make sure that everything is fair for all involved. So here we have the scales. You see how the scales are balanced, representing justice for all. It's going to be a fair decision. It's going to be where everything is fair for not only for him, he gets his fair justice, and then fair for the people that were harmed by this situation. Now, I do need to look into, later on I'm going to do another video, look into the people that were led by him, or he was led by them, the cult and stuff like that. I want to do a separate video on that and see what's going on with them. All right, and if they're going to be charged with anything, or because the police confiscated his laptop and all his stuff like that, and that's how they found out that he was involved in this stuff, through his laptop and through, the things he was looking at online. All right, again, I asked about prison time, and here it is, the end of the karmic cycle. Swords represent prison, confinement, retirement, and jail time and stuff like that. So I do see him going for 10 years or more. But again, I'm seeing his time will be cut short, maybe. Once he turns 18 and they transfer him someplace else, I kind of feel like they might cut his time. Doesn't mean he's going to get out early. It just means he might not spend life. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I'll pull some more cards later on. But I do see that the way of life that he was living is no more. That's what this card represents. It has come to an end. The way of living is no more. Your time is done. Okay, his time is done, and that's it. There's no getting out. There's no saving him right now. There's no anything. In fact, they might have to put him in a place where he's by himself, because I feel like he'll become suicidal and try to take his own life, which is a bad thing for him, So they'll have to watch him closely. Maybe put him in solitaire or in a place where they'll have to keep a close eye on him, because once he gets there, he'll be detoxing from whatever he was taking, unless he's able to smuggle drugs in or something like that. And then his reality will set in for him, and then he's going to realize what he's done. See, right now he's under the influence, and he hasn't really realized what he's done to his parents. But once he spends time there and he's detoxed from everything, it's going to hit him like a ton of bricks, and he's going to be like, what did I do to my parents? And his reality is going to come to him, and he's going to be like, oh my God, what did I do? Okay, so when that happens, it's going to drive him crazy. He's going to be beside himself with grief, and I don't know if he'll ever show remorse, but he'll be with grief, because he won't be able to believe that he actually did something like that to his parents. All right, so, but until that time comes, he'll be locked up, and he'll be in kind of like zombie state. He's kind of like a zombie state right now. But I do see him coming out of that zombie state into reality. And when reality hits, oh boy, he's going to be having a mental breakdown. All right. This is real short, y'all, because we're still over here at the movie shoot, and I got lots to do. But, of course, I'm going to put something on my page. I'm going to try to come live a little bit later to answer some questions for y'all. But until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded if you want, for another video, when I post another video. And if you want to text me for this $10 special, the number is down below. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. There will be a part 2 to this, all right? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.